Okay, so we're going to be dividing. So let me use the pen from here. This is how we do the first. We're not going to need this bottom one because we only have two terms. So 12x plus 20. And our divisor goes down here. So we don't need this part. Alright, we're dividing 12x by 4. That's 3x. And 20 by 4. That's a positive 5. So this up here is my answer. Let me go ahead and right here we would put 15 y3 plus 6y squared plus 3y, and we're dividing it by 3y. So 15 divided by 3 is 5. When you're dividing variables, you subtract them. So there's 3 right here, and there's an imaginary 1, so that would be y2. 6 divided by 3 is a positive 2, and divided by y would be y. 3 divided by 3 would be plus 1, and then you're dividing these y's out, so they're going to cancel out. Alright, for this one, we would put, you're dividing by a expression, so we're going to put the n and the plus 5 out here. We're going to do, because we're only multiplying by a binomial, by an expression, we're going to put the first term and the last term. Okay, so n squared and then plus 10. N squared divided by n is n. 10 divided by 5 is 2. So supposedly this right here is going to be our quotient, but we have to double check our work. So the way that we're going to double check our work is by multiplying and figuring out what this is. So this is 2n and this is 5n. So right here where it says check, you're going to add the 5n plus the 2n, because remember we always combine our like terms diagonal, and see if that equals 7n, which it does, and that matches right here. So then yes, this is the quotient, and it divides evenly. Right, let's erase this and go down to the next part. We're going to do this one. So we do t plus 15, and then we do 2t squared plus 15, because that's the last term. We divide these two, and I get 2t. Divide these, and I get plus 1. So now I'm going to check to see if the middle term works. 1t and 30t. That would be 30t plus 1t, which equals 31. That does not match this middle term right here. So that means that this is not divisible evenly. It's not evenly divisible. I said it backwards. So that means I need to divide here. I need to figure out by using long division. Long division just means that I go ahead and put my divisor outside like you normally would when you were in grade school and inside here. So we figure out what we already know that it's 2t, so we put 2t at the top. And we know that this part is 2t squared, so we're going to highlight that part. Put it in here, and then 2 times 15 is 30t. We're going to subtract that. We'll put parentheses, a minus and parentheses around it, and this. This is going to come out to be 0, so that crosses that out. But 13 minus 30 be negative 17. So I go all the way over negative 17t, and I bring down the plus 15. Right, negative 17t divided by t is negative 17. So when I multiply it, I'm going to screw over. This will be negative 17 and then minus 225. I put parentheses around this. And I'm sorry, my keyboard's getting in the way and it keeps putting that off. Alright, well, the negative 17, then that's going to cross out, but then that's going to leave me with a plus 240. Alright, well, that means that up here I'm going to put plus 240 divided by t plus 50. So let's add this into the quotient. So we're going to insert the equation so it looks a little bit better. 2t minus 17 plus 240 divided by, and add the fraction part. And we put t plus 50. So that would be my answer. This is what happens. You have to do long division when this part doesn't work out, because this right here is telling you that it's not evenly divisible. It's going to be a remainder left. Okay? All right. Let's pause right there so we have enough time to digest that, and we'll go to the next problem. All right, here we go on this problem. So we're going to take that side right here and put it in here, 2g plus 3. And then we have 4g squared here, which is the first term, and the last and second term only goes in here. Now, because I don't have a middle term, that means my middle term is equal to 0. So that's what I'm trying to find when I do my check. I want to make sure if it equals 0. All right, 4 divided by 2 is 2. G squared divided by g is g. And then negative 9 divided by 3 is negative 3. Okay, so I'm going to double check my work and see if this comes out to be right. If I can get 0. Let's make it here. 3 times 2, 6. So my check is 6g plus negative 6g. And that is true. That equals 0. So this is the quotient of that. Right, let's clear this off. I have to put check right here. And we're going to do this part. So we would do u squared here and negative 12 over here. We do u and negative 3. U squared divided by u is u. Negative 12 divided by negative 3 is plus 4. So I get 4u and negative 3. So I need to do my check. Negative 3u plus 4u is equal to 1u. And that does not match this middle. So then that's wrong. And I did not type this in right. So this is u minus 3. And over here would be u plus 5. And then minus 12. Right. So I want you to do this part following like how we did it up here. And I erased it, so you have to go back and watch the video. I'm going to start it off with you and say that, alright, this is u. So then when we go right here, it's going to be u squared minus 3u. Remember, you're subtracting. Do the first part for you. So the u and the u squared are going to cancel out. Right here, I'm going to get a positive 8. And then a minus 12. Okay. So what I need you to do is u goes into 8u how many times, and go ahead and do the same process and make sure you're able to write the remainder. So I'm going to put insert new equation here so we can do u right so far. Right, I'm going to leave it like that. Excuse me. I'm not erasing anything. I need you to just finish